Hey guys, welcome back to another G35 video. This is actually a 2008 G35. So it does come with a screen but no navigation, so it's a base model. But it does have an AUX here, and we are going to use this AUX for the backup camera, which plugs in right there, that little yellow cord right there. So I actually installed the camera to the back, running all the way to here to the AUX. Here's the camera right here. Check out this video that I made on installing this camera. The wiring goes through on the inside, down through the carpet there, and out to the AUX plug inside that cover there. So anyways, but the problem we're having is I got the view. Well, let me show you guys. Let me start the car here. Well, let me show you that the camera works first. So I'll go in reverse. And obviously I gotta push the AUX there. There's our camera. So the camera works, everything's fine. But if I release the parking brake here, it'll stop right away. I'm just pushing it, releasing it. And you'll say will resume once your vehicle stops. So, and it goes to this screen. But even if I keep the parking brake on, like this, and I try to back up, it'll still turn off after about 1 or 2 miles per hour. Actually, probably like 1, like barely any kind of movements, and it turns off anyways, and it'll say it resumes. So, bottom line is it doesn't work like I want it to work. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all this apart here, and we're gonna try to get to the wires that are telling it to turn off. So, when we click this, basically, we're gonna be in reverse camera. So that's the idea. I do have the reverse camera connected to my reverse lights. So it does turn off once I get out of reverse. So it'll act like just like a normal camera, so in AUX mode. Alright guys, so we're going to start by removing these plastics here. We need to remove this little cover here. So it just pops up. So if you have something to pry under here, you could just pry it up. I'm just going to pry on this to pop it out here. As you can see, it just pops right out. And now I can kind of disconnect it from this other plastic here. There you go. So it just pops right out. But you do need to have this gear lever here in neutral so you can take this thing out. So you do want to leave that in neutral, by the way, before you do anything. And the next thing you want to do is take this little knob off, which is pretty simple. You just pull down on this. Actually, that's probably the first thing you wanted to do, is take this out. And there's a little clip here, right there, that little clip. So it's not that hard to take it out. You just pull it out on both ends. Just don't lose it. And then after you get that little clip out, the knob just easily pulls out, just like that. So you can still change the gears by pushing on this little white part. Now it's all good. Alright, once you get that out, this simply just goes up over it, comes right out, and then you got a couple plugs here to unplug. So this plug, and then this plug down here, and that's it. Now your little centerpiece is completely off. Looks like next we're going to need a Phillips screwdriver to unscrew these two, and hopefully we can start taking this part out. Alright guys, so I got the 2 screws out here. So hopefully this whole piece here, yeah, it's moving, should be able to come out. There we go. And looks like there's a bunch of plugs back there that needs to be unplugged. Oh wow, I'm actually touching the circuit board with my fingers. So yeah, be gentle with this thing. Looks like it's all open air here. Alright, I did unplug everything. Alright, so the next thing looks like there's 2 more screws here that we need to unscrew. And then we'll see, hopefully we can get this whole screen out. Let's see if we can get, there we go. It just slides out, looks like, with the whole vents and everything. So it looks like there's no other plugs here. Okay, so that bottom plug was actually going to that thing. Alright guys, so after reading the forums, to get to the wires, I think it's behind the CD changer. So most likely it looks like we're going to have to take off the monitor and then the CD changer, because I got 2 screws there and then 2 down there. So anyways, I'm going to try to get that out, and we'll go from there. Alright, so I got the 4 screws out, so let's see if we can get this monitor out. Alright. Okay, looks like there's a plug back there. Anyway, so the next thing, I guess this. Okay, yeah, this thing's all moving. So this guy's huge here. Okay, yeah, there's a bunch of plugs back there. All right, so let me see if I can figure out where the wires are. All right, guys, so let me show you where it's at. Okay, if you're looking at the back of the radio here, here's the antenna right here. So right next to the antenna is this long plug here. So just pull it out. This long one here. And according to the form, it's these two wires right, let's see if I can, right here, the gray one and the blue one next to it here on the edge. So the gray one is the speed sensor, which just needs to be cut. The blue one next to it is the e-brake, which we'll have to ground. So we're gonna have to cut it probably somewhere a lot deeper and then send it to a ground so this thing can feel ground. Alright guys, so instead of cutting the e-brake, or should I say, sorry, the speed sensor, the gray one is the speed sensor, supposedly, so I just unplugged it because technically you're supposed to just cut it and that's it. So I didn't want to ruin this just in case it was the wrong one. But yeah, so I want to try to maybe put all this back and see if that's the, that's going to work. Alright guys, so I mustered everything back, didn't screw nothing back, it's all kind of just sitting there. So what we're going to do is we're going to test the speed sensor because I unplugged it, see if it's actually working. So we're just going to apply just barely a little bit of the parking brake, and then we're going to try to drive around, or try to drive backwards with the camera and see if that does the trick. So anyways, let's see if we can start the car. Hopefully, I didn't plug this guy in, so hopefully that's not going to mess anything up. Anyways, let's go for it. Alright, looks like screen's working. Everything's working. Alright, let's go in reverse. Alright, camera's on. Let's see if I let go of this completely. Okay, it turns off, so we still do need that. So I'm just going to put it on one click so it doesn't affect the braking at all, basically. And we're going to try to get some reverse speed and see if this camera stays on. That's the idea here. Yep. I think it's working, guys. Okay, let me try to go backwards pretty quick here. Normally it would turn off pretty quick, so yeah, it's not turning off. That's a good sign. So we did it. Alright guys, so that was the correct wire. So the blue one must be the ground for the e-brake. So that should be pretty easy, guys. So let's shut it down here. And I'm going to take all this apart and we'll work on that blue wire. And then I'll break it down to you guys. So it seems like a pretty simple procedure here. Alright guys, so we're back at the plug here. And so our gray wire is completely out and I just tucked it inside that jacket, so it should be safe in there. So the next thing we need to do is this blue wire next to it is we need to cut it somewhere far enough down into this jacket where we can, or we can just cut it short here. But anyways, we need to go from the plug to any ground anywhere. So alright guys, so the jacket just opens up pretty easy and I went pretty, about 4 inches in, and I cut the blue wire here, as you can see. So now it's cut. Alright guys, I just realized that this blue wire can go anywhere on the radio here, because all this is negative, the whole metal, because this metal connects to that metal here, so it's all grounded anyways. So I'm just going to find a little screw somewhere, probably right here on the edge somewhere, and just connect it there, this ground here. Alright, so I got the blue wire to that bolt there, and not super pro job, but good enough. Alright guys, so you understand it better, these silver screws here, they actually bolt straight to a frame right here, this metal frame. So all this becomes, everything that's metal here becomes grounded. So you can connect that wire to any of this ground. So hopefully that makes sense. So just whatever you can think of to connect to the metal of that, the blue little wire should be good enough. Alright guys, so I got everything kind of back together somewhat. We're going to see if the parking brake works anymore or not on this thing. So instead of cranking it this time, I'm just going to turn on the ignition. So that still should put it on. Okay, my trunk is open right now. That's why you're looking at the sky. Now let's see if I release the parking brake. Here's the moment of truth. And it stays on, guys. Look at that. Parking brake is released and it stays on. Alright, so mission accomplished. So we're good to go, guys. And as you can see, guys, everything just clips right back together. It's pretty simple, actually. So this handle here is not too hard either. So you're just going to put in your knob in here. And then this little clipper here goes in like this with the spikes up like that. So then there's like a little groove in there. You guys can see. It's a little bit hard to do with one hand, but there it goes. Just clicks in just like that. Simple as that. And then this little boot just goes right over it. And that's it. And now you're finished. Alright guys, so that's it. Hopefully this video was helpful to you. So if you have a Nissan or Infiniti with a screen that doesn't want to work on AUX, this is definitely the fix for it. So anyways, hopefully this video was helpful. Hit that like button if you liked it. Subscribe to see more videos on this Infiniti. Check out my other videos. I painted this trim, fixed the fuel gauge there, and a bunch of other things I did to it. Installed the backup camera, obviously. So check those out. Alright guys, well thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.